Boom, we are live, sir.
Boom, 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 boom. See if I can find it. I'll send around the link.
Yeah.
We're getting 100 people in here.
Was that fucking you just now who just did that?
Yeah, just drop my phone.
Uh,
It's the new phone curse. Gotta drop it once a week.
yeah. I want to date back to the last time you and I.
I think, judging because I don't use Zoom at all, when I got on, my profile picture was Midgard. So I'm assuming it was when the first Midgard was about to come out.
Did we? What did I hit you guys up on Zoom?
Yeah, I think it was me and Trey on
Okay.
Zoom.
All right.
So
Okay.
that's the last time I've used Zoom. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
assume that's when it was. I have no idea what day that was. That was like January 2021, maybe.
Okay. That makes sense then.
That was like so long ago.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I'll start. You want me to send you the thumbnail, or you just already screenshot it and all that shit? So.
You can send the thumbnail.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, high quality.
I go to XVPW. Fuck it.
There it is. Found it.
Do, 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 do,
There
do.
it is.
There you go. And,
Testing.
and sent. Yeah.
Testing. Nice. Good. Gonna spam all three group chats I'm in.
Delete
I feel like I'm not signed anywhere.
this.
Be my line now sewer bags. Tag everyone.
You know, I try to do the whole share it when it's thing, but like I keep getting the it didn't send, it didn't send, it didn't send, it didn't send. I'm like, how?
Yeah, that shit doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oops.
Share, copy link, boom. Lance does reviews. What's good? Hey, Alex.
Alex Haas. Boo!
Are you hating on Alex,
I don't know. I've been doing that my whole life.
bro?
Unprovoked. He's never said a bad thing about me.
All right.
Sorry, Alex.
Click here to watch now.
Goddamn. Alex, I don't know what we're discussing today. Probably that post that X just put up.
We're gonna talk about the end, okay? We're not
Yeah,
gonna talk.
we'll
about
save it for
that.
the end.
We're not gonna talk about that.
We're
I have a
clickbaiting
headache.
it.
I have a headache because of that shit right now, man.
I've been studying WCW all day, so you're gonna hear all about that. Then at the end, you wait for the juicy stuff. I guess.
Okay. All right. Boom.
Next Gen Network. Fuck you, Carter Young.
Wade's talking still doesn't seem right to me. He almost sounds just like me, and it's incredibly uncanny. Oh, so we're gonna get
Last time I spoke to Mr. Young, we played Monopoly and he cheated. So just saying, he's not a good guy.
Hey, Crash, what's good, man?
I'll never speak to him again, probably.
Is this? Have you done other interviews ever since the one that me, you, and Trey did?
Nope.
Oh wow, so this is legit part two of that shit.
Yeah, you're my exclusive interview
I'm
guy.
the exclusive.
Yeah,
I'm like the Colt Cabana when he interviewed Punk that one
exactly.
time. I'm trying to be no lie. I'm trying to be the next Chris Van Vliet of Caw.
I
Like
thought you were
if
gonna
y'all,
say something else.
nah, if y'all ever seen Chris Van Vliet, that's like legit me right now. I'm trying to do that shit. Nobody's ever done it. None that I know of. Like I interviewed people who done Caw back in 2009 with a guy named
Damn.
Jamco. All right,
Damn.
so
I'm very uneducated in calls, so if I'm
yeah.
gonna say a lot of names, I won't know anybody.
I would wait. Or
First of all, let me correct Mr. Carter Young in the comments here. He said I never saw in the rule book when trading was called cheating. It's cheating when you're giving all your property away for $1.
oh, you really? Oh yeah, you do
I
like
think that's pretty
Monopoly,
scummy.
right? Yeah, you do. You do a lot of Monopoly. Yeah.
Yeah. Not anymore. Not with that cheater.
Dynasty.
You sound stupid, Alex. And old, might I add.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I turned 25 next week.
All right. So I'm still probably the oldest one who ever got interviewed.
Oh yeah.
What's up, IB Gaming? They do sound like what the fuck, Landos. Yo, bro, Brock. This main game for me, Alex Haas. Danny Green, will this end like Punk and Cabana though? Nah, I don't think we'll ever.
It could.
No, stop. You know what we're gonna talk about though, which I do want to talk about.
Nope.
Is that Crom match that I did, Crom versus Wade, and how out of nowhere.
I like the ending. I stick with that. I thought it was great. I heard you talking about it. You're like, I don't claim that.
I don't claim. I claim the part where I'm done. I don't.
The part where he kills me, I stand by it. Especially with the Mason Meltzer commentary on it, I love it.
I like Mason Meltzer.
He's screaming the whole time.
He's actually the most entertaining commentator outside of Antoine. Antoine, I do admit Antoine is the voice of HLR and Caw. You know, like that guy. Whatever I've seen from the past 5 years of HLR matches that's on different channels, he's always the voice of it. And I'm like, you know what, this guy's the voice of it.
Is that the guy who does like Showcase Studios?
He's Saiba.
Kiyoshi Saiba? Yeah.
He's Kiyoshi Saiba.
Oh my god. All I hear is his voice.
Yeah, that's all I hear. And every HLR match I've seen from the past few years, that's always been the voice. So I was like, yeah, I respect that. You know, I
had to get him for Bifrost because Alex had some stuff come up.
Yeah.
I had to sort to that level. He's good. He's good.
All right, so let's start, man. It's 6:40. We promised this people 6:30, but we have a decent amount of people
fashionably
watching.
Late.
Yeah, fashionably late. All right, man. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to XVPW Live and Direct with Wade War, the owner, producer of WZW, Warzone Wrestling, and I'm guessing you are the owner of the Dynasty World Network.
I am now.
You are now. All right.
I wasn't before, but
who gave you that? Who gave you that? Who said, "Hey, I'm gonna pass the keys down to you"?
It was all Christopher Russell. We're gonna bring up his name a lot.
Oh yeah.
He was the originator of the Dynasty Network, but he's moved on. He's doing bigger and better things. He's still in call, but content-wise, he's out. So I am the new owner.
Did he really retired, or is this one of those fake retirements where like
he's not retired, but he's not posting anything. He's like if I need a promo from him, he'll happily do so. But he's just doing his own thing.
How did you feel? How did you feel when he passed out the shit to you, or you guys had this really large talk and be like, okay, you know what, maybe it is time?
No, it was like probably 2 messages.
Yeah, he's
like, here's a login. You got it.
He must have been really done. He must have been really done. Like, I fucked this bullshit. Here, you know.
Yeah, I knew he was done. I'm like, all right. Yeah. That's why the whole collision thing happened. We'll get into that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fine though. We're good friends outside of it all. So
that's what's up.
I didn't care.
So
leave whenever you want.
When did you start getting into wrestling, man? I want to know.
Ooh, real life wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
How old were you?
I don't even know. I could tell you the WrestleMania. But I don't know how old I was, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would say throughout my life, I've always seen like snippets of wrestling.
Okay.
Like early 2000s, you know. I was born in 98, so 2000s. When I started like really watching it.
You were born in 98, so I was 10 or 11 at the time.
That's disgusting. Sorry.
99, I started high school.
So, God.
Yeah, so I was 12 or 11 when Wade War was born.
That's gross.
So yeah, Attitude Era. You saw little snippets of Attitude Era.
I guess. I don't know. I remember seeing Bubba Ray Dudley on a bike. Was that Bubba Ray? I don't even know. What I really remember was right before WrestleMania 25. That's when I like really got into it. My grandpa watched wrestling religiously.
Really? Who was his favorite wrestler?
I don't know. Maybe I should have asked him that.
Okay.
He doesn't watch as much anymore, but
okay, good. He's still alive. I was about to ask you.
He's still alive.
I was about to ask you. Oh, damn! Can you still ask?
I made that sound wrong. Maybe I'll ask.
Okay.
But yeah, he watches all the WrestleManias. At least he did for some time. So I remember WrestleMania 25. I went over. We watched the whole thing. Like, this is crazy because I watched maybe a couple weeks before. I think what's the one Monday Night Raw? Shawn Michaels super kicked Undertaker. All crazy. I remember about the Elimination Chamber. He came in, super kicked him, all that stuff.
So you were born during the Attitude Era, but I'm guessing when you got older, you watched the Ruthless Aggression era of that time period. I'm guessing.
I guess. I don't know. I guess time periods.
Yeah, because Ruthless Aggression was like, okay, I understand. I'm understanding now. You know, I'm seeing these guys, and you know, you said Elimination Chamber. I'm like, okay, that's Ruthless Aggression era. So.
Yeah, and I feel like I was playing like the games before I was watching them.
Oh yeah, what games? What games were you playing?
I was playing all of the SmackDown versus Raws. Like we had the whatever SmackDown game it was on the PS2. Here Comes the Pain.
Okay.
I remember I had a Nintendo 64. I was playing. I think it was No Mercy.
That was a good time. No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000.
Right. Yeah. WrestleMania 2000 was definitely that one. I was playing that, but I didn't watch it religiously until like 25 era. And then I've pretty much been watching wrestling ever since. I took a little small break.
Yeah.
Like around the Daniel Bryan era. Like right before he joined the Wyatt family.
That was a
probably stopped watching for like a year.
You know, I watched I was watching during that time. I remember because everybody was doing the whole yes thing. You know, I remember during that time period, I think they were holding up, like in New York City, they were doing the whole. What was it when he got people in the ring? They were holding. There's a certain.
They were like holding it hostage or something.
Yeah,
like
they were holding hostage. But I remember they did that because whatever was happening during that time in New York City, what was it? Oh my God, they were holding like people were protesting in front of like these big buildings. There's a word for it. I don't know. But I remember.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I'm trying to understand the word, but it's not coming out. But yeah.
Protest, riot.
Yeah, they were protesting riot. What's up, you effing dude? What's up, any New Yorker? But yeah, there's a thing that's happening in New York City, and WWE made a story about it with Daniel Bryan. So yeah, they were holding stuff up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it happened in New York City, and there were people protesting. They were camping outside for like weeks and weeks. Maybe angry New Yorker knows this because he's from New York, but it was happening.
Yeah, he was probably there.
Yeah, he's probably there protesting too with them. But Angry, if you're watching this, what was happening by the World Trade Center or by Goldman Sachs where people are protesting outside during that time period? Well, but yeah, it was happening in the early 2000s. Down Wall Street or some shit like that. Like whole Goldman Sachs or Occupy. Boom. There you go. He said it. The whole Occupy shit. Yeah. So WWE took that storyline, and that's when I believe I started watching again. The whole occupy this, occupy that. I was there, and I saw people trying to occupy like meat, like fuck meat, like, you know. And this was during like Goldman Sachs era, World Trade Center, and people were like, and you know, people are dressing up like fucking cows and all that stuff. They were like painting their faces. I'm like, what does this got to do with Trump and all that stuff? They just wanted to occupy. I was occupy everything. Like that was like the trend back then. I'm like. Then I saw WWE do it with Daniel Bryan, and like, oh, they're trying to occupy Raw. Like, oh, that's kind of cheesy, but whatever. They're trying to put Daniel Bryan over.
You ruined that for me. I thought it was a super original idea.
Nah.
Yeah, I remember watching that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the hell is this? Though. Yeah, it was cool. They got the fans in the ring and all that shit. But I'm just like, this isn't really getting over with me. But if it's working for everybody else, congrats, WWE. You took a real ass scenario and trying to make something like interesting out of it. It worked for Daniel Bryan though. He's vegan, so whatever.
There you go. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Cousin James fact checking you.
Oh, he is, right? Occupy in 2008. But yeah, man. So you were watching WWE during the time, all that stuff.
25-ish, and then also. My grandpa, he had a bunch of these, like, they were like VHS tapes. They weren't even DVDs. I think it was VHSs and DVDs. It's like old pay-per-views, like every WrestleMania ever, TLCs, Royal Rumbles, Elimination Chambers, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I learned about the past. That was before the network and all that shit. I just never thought to look up that stuff online.
Yeah. You didn't want to educate yourself?
I'm not that old. That's, it was in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I could have looked it up maybe, but yeah, I was just purely WWE guy for a while. I couldn't tell you when I discovered other stuff. Like I was watching TNA. I think that was the other one I watched for a little bit.
Similar to I think Leon mentioned it too. Like he was watching TNA hardcore during that time.
I couldn't tell you what era TNA was. I know Hogan had to be there. I know that.
Oh, that's a bad
Hogan
time.
was there. I think Aces and Eights were a thing.
Oh, so it wasn't that too long ago. That's like 2011, 2012 almost.
Yeah, that's probably around there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm terrible with time frames. Then within like the last 10 years, I started actually watching other shit. Pro wrestling guerrilla clips from the past, studying up New Japan, Ring of Honor.
When you watch, did you ever watch a full PWG show? I haven't. I've seen clips.
I don't know.
I've never seen a full internet or whatever I can find PWG stuff at. I know a lot of indie promotions that I used to work for. The vendors would have stacks of shit, and I'm like, I want to buy every single one, but I can't. I'm working right now, but I can't.
Yeah, I don't know if those even exist online. I feel like I've never seen a full show that ever.
I know in the network, Evolve, WWE Evolve, yeah, they have it all.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
There you go.
So if you ever want to watch like Evolve and like stuff like Keith Lee and all that shit back in the day, even Darby Allin, he's in there. So I can say that WWE.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to have to check that out. What else did I watch? I watched CZW. I was big on CZW at some point.
It's actually thanks to Tubi I can watch CZW. That full, so if you really want to watch good old like classic CZW and all that shit, go on Tubi, which is fucking free. Yeah. And you have documentaries, wrestling documentaries of like old school Daniel Bryan, old school CM Punk, Joey Janela, all that shit, and you can watch all their PWG, CZW matches on Tubi.
Damn.
And it's free. I'm like, oh, okay.
Tubi's probably got some amazing stuff, but nobody's going on Tubi.
Yeah, I watch Tubi. I legit watch Tubi, and everybody can like. I'll plead the fifth on this. I watch Tubi for good martial art flicks, like old school martial art flicks, because I'm a big fan of that. Like not just Donnie Yen, Ip Man. I'm talking about classic Donnie Yen, classic Yuan Biao, classic Tony Jaa, classic Jackie Chan, Jet Li, like all these guys, all on Tubi, because they have all the 1980s, 1970s martial arts flicks, even the bad ones. I watch.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh man, you're sounding pretty old to me.
Yeah, I am old.
I can't get behind the Tubi movement right
now. yo, man. I watched Titanic 2 on Tubi, bro. Yes, there is a Titanic 2. It's fucking great. Youth Asylum. If you want to watch really bad movies too, by production of Youth Asylum, yeah, right there on Tubi.
That'd be a good idea for a bad movie night.
Yeah, man.
Let's check out Tubi.
I love Tubi. Tubi is my go-to, man. I canceled. What account did I cancel? I canceled some accounts. I'm like, no, I'm gonna watch Tubi from now on.
I've been canceling everything. I feel you on that one. There's too much shit.
Yeah, man.
That's my old hill I'll die on. There's too much shit going around.
That's a lot.
I only need 2 subscriptions at most, and I'm good.
You got the Disney subscription? The Disney Plus
Hell
subscription? No. You're not a Disney Plus guy?
No.
Too expensive? I mean, you get 3 for the price of 1. You got the Hulu, you got the Disney Plus, and you got ESPN, which I probably will never watch. I
don't even watch sports. So I don't have Hulu anymore. Hulu was good. I won't lie. I like Hulu. Disney, there's nothing on Disney I want to watch. I got all these illegal sites I can watch them on. In Minecraft. So,
yeah.
I'm covered. Fuck that.
So, when did you you want to tell your war stories? Or do you still, when did you got into the whole CAW thing?
Oh, God.
I know it started with CSW, Kyle, right?
I would say there's definitely like a year before that.
Okay.
There's like the hidden Wade lore of pre-CSW, or it was GIW back in the day.
Was it, 2K18?
I wrote down some notes.
Oh, you wrote notes? You got prepared.
Yeah, I got the notes.
You know what's funny? So I interviewed Crom, right?
Oh, Crom.
I interviewed Crom. I wanted Crom to be my first guest because people think me and him got beef, because I talk so much shit about him when actually him and him are really like this, So I asked him, yo, Crown, you want to be my first guest on my, I'm trying to do Live in the Rec. Then out of nowhere, CZB hit me up, right? CZB, because originally I was supposed to have Phoenix, right? Because I did it in my head, like, all right, I want to interview Phoenix because I taught him HLR.
Phoenix better.
But out of nowhere, CZB is like, yo, fuck that. I got to be your second guest. I'm like, okay, cool. Then Sean Leota hit me up. He's like, yo, I really want to do this. I want to be your guest. But I remember you wanted to hit me up, and I'm like, all right, I gotta.
See all these people cut in line.
yeah. You wanted to be in it, I was like, oh, that'd be cool because I remember I interviewed you and Trey, and I think a year ago, 2 years ago, or some shit.
Yes,
so yeah, so I technically didn't reach out to nobody. Y'all just, I was like, oh, this is cool. I need this. Like I wanted this because I'm so cool with everybody behind the scenes, you know. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. And I feel bad for Phoenix. I gotta hit him up. I'm like, yo, Phoenix.
We're gonna get to him next month. We got to wait, brother. I'm glad people are replying. I saw the first interview. I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
I want to see other people get on this.
Yeah, I know for my next few, I do want to interview Seraph, you know, because he's very. I know I have to. I know out of nowhere. That
guy doesn't even wrestle.
I gotta interview who else from Twitter. I gotta get the Twitter side. I really do. I know I'm cool with Matt Short from Madness.
That'll be great.
Yeah, he's
I'd like to learn about the Twitters.
Yeah, I do really want to learn the Twitter scene because if there's a way I can reach out Martier, because he started in CAW, but now he's an independent wrestler. I'm like, oh man, like because I know there's two people who I know who started their careers in CAW and made it into the independent wrestling scene. Mikey Truth started in CAW. He still does CAW. But now he's an independent wrestler. So I know Martier. If I can get.
He was on your show, right, Mikey Truth? That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Mikey Truth. If you see his bio and whatnot, he still does CAW. He still does CAW production and does the independent wrestling thing down in Canada. You know?
I can't imagine doing both.
Yeah.
He's better than me.
But yeah, man. So tell me your war story, sir.
Whoops. There we go. All right, let me pull up the notes. I was at work, working hard, writing these notes. Very slow day. What do I have here? Okay, Wade War.
Okay.
Originally wasn't called Wade War.
I
made them back because every game I would make like the same people. I had like a list of like people I used to always make. One of them was called X Factor.
Oh.
Really cool name.
You know, it's funny. Kyle had a con named X Factor.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm getting to that. He's in my notes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Who else did I make? Chris Sinister. We make Chris Sinister for some time. The GOAT.
Is he still exclusive to XVPW? I didn't announce that, by the way. You know.
It's not announced.
You
heard it here first, guys.
But yeah, he's exclusive to XVPW. Even though I do see him in other stuff, he will. Yeah.
He will be. Right now he's on, Showcase Studios or Sinister Studios, I like to call it, doing his thing. But once he buries everybody over there, he'll be exclusive. What else did I make? The Dream Catcher.
The Dream Catcher.
This was before the Velveteen Dream.
I'm enjoying these like old school '80s names.
Yeah, I am not a fan of just typical like Tyler Storm. That's probably somebody's call name.
It could be Tyler Storm, Tyler Wolf, Tyler King, or King Tyler. King Tyler.
There's only one King I acknowledge. King Phoenix.
King Phoenix. Not Cruel King Vetty? No. You don't acknowledge
No, I don't know that guy. We'll get to him too.
Okay.
Let's see, what else did I have in here? In Wade War, but his name was Dirty Mike.
Dirty Mike.
Dirty Mike.
Dirty Mike. You know what? I actually like Dirty Mike more than Wade War.
Wow.
I like the name. I like the name.
I like to have those words like war, dirty, sinister.
Was it always God of War impersonated, or it was a different?
No, he was like wearing like this black. He was always like the same size, which really doesn't make sense the way I'm about to describe him. He would wear like trunks. He'd have like the black leather coat. He had like that Brock Pierce hair.
The
slick, kind of slick black.
The slick black. Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of like a what are they called? Like the Fonz. What are they called?
The Fonz? I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Whatever gang that's called. The Slickbacks or whatever.
Oh, T-Birds. The T-Birds from like.
I'll believe
Grease. Grease, right? John
Sure.
Travolta. Yeah. Okay.
Sure. That
All right.
sounds
Fuck
familiar.
it. Yeah. All right.
So he was kind of like that, but big.
Okay.
It sucked. It still does, but now he's Wade War. I made him into Wade War. I think 2K19.
Greasers. Danny Green says Greasers. That's true. Greasers were the thing because they always have
Greasers.
the
Thank you.
They do
Shout
have
out
the
to
slick
Daniel
back
Green.
hair. Yeah. You know, people are not gonna let go of this now. They're gonna start calling you Dirty Mike all over IG. You know that.
That's
right?
fine. It's a great name.
they probably might encourage you to bring it back and say fuck Wade.
You call me Dirty War.
War.
I'm basically back there now because I got the hair back now. So
Yeah.
I can make it happen.
Okay.
When did I join? Let me see. I wrote it down. I have a terrible memory. I officially joined Call 2019. The year 2019.
Yeah, I believe that for the fact that 2K18, 2K19 was the generation of CAW. Like, yeah, that's.
Yeah, I had no idea what any of this shit was until.
Yeah.
Do you know the rapper Wi-Fi's Funeral?
No.
You know, CZB. I think he mentioned him. He's kind of like a SoundCloud rapper. He's pretty big now, but not crazy big. But he's pretty known in the rap scene. So he put on his story something like, "Oh, I'm playing WWE." Swipe up or some bullshit. And then one of my friends knew I listened to him. He's like, "Yo, Wi-Fi's playing that game you like playing."
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, "What?" So I joined the stream. I was like, "Get me in the match." They were having like a big chamber match with fans. So they got me in there. They liked my character. They're like, "Yo, we're starting this wrestling company called NWG."
All right, so what platform was this? I won't say, like, was it like a social media platform where you discovered this, or was it like a YouTube platform?
So they were streaming on Twitch, but it wasn't like an official thing yet.
Yeah.
So I joined the PlayStation party, and they were talking to me about it.
Oh, okay.
I think at the time we were like only in a PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, we're starting this company, NWG. We want you to be a part of it." And I joined as Chris Sinister and Wade because they like them both. Okay. So we did that, and they're like, "Yo, we're making characters, or we're making profiles with our characters."
Oh.
I'm like, okay, that's weird. Let's do it. I got nothing else that's better going on, so I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. So I did that. Let's see, what did I write here? Eventually discovered other places existed by meeting people involved. There's some names in here that I don't want to say, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to give them their props. Justin Massacre.
You gotta give credit. See,
boo!
Fucking Justin Massacre. I swear, Justin Massacre links everybody together.
Justin Massacre is a canon event in CAW. We can't ignore him.
That guy is. I give so much respect to Justin Massacre. He discovered me on fucking Facebook, you know, and
yeah, I remember that story. I was booing the whole time.
Yeah, like I swear, Justin Massacre links everybody together.
Yeah.
You link everybody on the IG scene, but I think Justin Massacre just links everybody together.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I have to interview him now. I have to interview Justin Massacre because I know he probably did CAW back in 2011 or 2010.
He's probably doing CAW in the 90s somehow. I don't know. He's just
this guy who I interviewed, Janko, did CAW before it was fucking CAW. He was producing on disc, not SD cards. There's no save profile on your fucking whatever piece of shit Dell computer you had. He was editing on disc, bro.
It's disgusting.
I don't want to hear it. I know people. I'm just like, yo. But I have a feeling Justin Massacre probably knows him too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I probably know Justin Massacre in real life. Don't even know it. What else did I do? Justin Massacre, John Carter, the wrestler. Not big name now, but I love John Carter, the GOAT. SYM, that was his name. He ran a company called POW, the home of Fat Ass Spider-Man.
Huh.
That's where he originally came from.
So Fat Ass Spider-Man was even a thing. Okay.
Yeah, it was a PvP league.
Yeah.
We'll get to that soon.
Okay.
That was the second company I was in. So I did MWG for a little bit. It wasn't even a little bit. They really didn't. They dropped like one show and then just disappeared.
That's how it is in the CAW scene sometimes.
Oh yeah,
it's on. Oh, yeah. I've been in that situation.
They were ahead of their time.
Yeah, I got signed to a promotion and I didn't make a debut and I found out they shut down. I'm just like,
that happens.
Let me just take this out of my profile now since y'all don't exist.
Yeah, that's why I don't really join companies like that. Yeah. That shit happens a lot. So the MWG, and then eventually that led me over to POW because of Justin Massacre. I think I was forced into POW because what Justin does is he'll add you to a group chat. And you're just in. Like, that's how you got signed.
Yo, because Justin was in a Facebook promotion, and I think he added me on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, what's this? Like, okay. Mute. Like how I always
you're
do.
in.
Like, I'll do it on every group chat I'm in. I'll mute it, then I'll just scroll.
I do that now.
Yeah.
Mute everything I'm in.
Yo, I'm in like so much promotion, I just mute it. And I'll just, okay, do you need something from me? Do you need a promo or something?
I mute people. I just don't need that notification. Yeah. I'm on Instagram often enough. I'll see the message.
Yeah.
So yeah, he forcefully added me to PLW, which is fine, I guess. John Carter was there. So that's good. Lennon Walsh, another great name. He was there.
He's from Twitter.
He was originally from Instagram, but he moved to Twitter. And now he's just kind of his own entity. I don't even know if he's on either of them. Yeah,
because Lennon discovered me on Twitter. That's how I know him. But he's been doing CAW for a while too.
Like, yeah, and he's young, so he must have been doing it since he was like 10.
Yeah, similar to CZB. He started CAW when he was fucking 8 or something.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
How you guys getting that young? What else happened here? See how I don't remember anything, but then I wrote all this down.
You're lucky you wrote notes, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I knew I would not be ready. So see, PLW. So that's kind of where that was a PvP league. That was new to me. I'm like, okay, I gotta actually try. But it was kind of like a scripted PvP league where they're like, all right, we kind of want this person to win, put on a good match, and then they would also do like cutscenes. They would add in, they'll do the entrances obviously and all that, and it was like its own proper show. But the matches were PvP.
That's how there's a similar promotion that does that. There's all PvP, you know, but they'll do cutscenes and all that shit, and they'll get a mixture of GTA, and they'll put it into WWE.
It sounds like
JTV. Oh. It's JTV Wrestling. The owner.
Oh, I was thinking of something else.
Yeah, the owner's name is Kevin Impact. They call him J Kid. He's from actually New York, and he does. New York. Yeah, he does. They'll do the matches on PvP, and they'll show it. So technically, you'll have one person, right? The way I asked him, how do you record a PvP match and put it into thing? So it'll start off as a triple threat. And the one call will move to the side all the way on the end. So he'll just capture the footage of like this, the ring and whatnot. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I have a couple people from XVPW who's in that type of similar promotion style where it's played.
It's not a bad style at all.
It's not.
That's a lot more fun than watching AI fight.
If anything, it's more kind of how wrestling is now. Like we're getting two people competitive, you know, but.
It's like competitive, but at the same time, you and the other guy want to put on a good match. So you're letting him hit you with moves, they're letting you hit him with moves, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like, and what's cool is like he told me this too. Like J Kid will be like, okay, I'm gonna put my headset on. All right, I want you guys to do this match, and they'll communicate. Okay, let me get some offense in. Okay, let's work on the finish. Boom, you know.
I feel like that's the purest form of wrestling. They're calling the match as it's going.
Yeah, because that's how it is in real life too. You know, I'm gonna hold your wrist or some shit or call.
We're switching to PvP. I'm convinced.
Right? It's dope. It's dope. You just have to start Triple F. Yeah, you'll see a lot of botches. You'll see a bunch of botches. But
that's fine.
It is what it is.
That's fine with me. That's how I met Tyler Steele.
I heard about him. Yeah.
He's so inspirational.
Yeah.
That man was ahead of his time. He's still around, I think. But he did a lot of like creative moves. Like he showed me how to do like the wake up your opponent while you're on the top of the rope and they'll come up like backwards, but you can do like a certain type of diving move. Like, he did like the head stomp move, like early 2K19. And he made it look good.
Yeah.
So I stole that. I put it on Chris Sinister. I call it the Bankai, and I use the elbow.
The Bankai.
Shout out to Tyler Steele, my goat since day one. I put a bunch of people's names here who I met in PLW. Those were the main ones. SYM, all that. Fat Ass Spider-Man, the GOAT. And then I joined GIW because that was suggested like on Instagram. I was like, oh, this other wrestling.
I gotta love the suggestions, man. You just follow.
Exactly. Follow. I was like, let me see if there's other people like this. I started following every single person ever. And I found GIW. That's where I met a lot of people. A lot of like the big names.
So that's the JMS.
Yeah, I got Chris Malenko, Donnie Dumps, Dave England, JMS, Trey Mercer was in GIW.
Really?
William Jackson, that Alex Hoss guy. Yeah, Trey was in it for I'd like the later half, I want to say. I didn't even know at the time. I felt like I saw Trey, just didn't really acknowledge him until like later down into my life.
Then sooner or later you're gonna find out this guy's gonna be my big.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of feel like I officially met Trey through Chris, because him and Chris were good friends. Yeah, Trey was there. GIW is where I got like my first like real start.
Yeah.
I was getting booked pretty consistently. I was facing like big opponents
Did
like
you
Dave England.
did you message GIW or you like?
I think I messaged GIW.
Yeah. Who's the owner
I'm
of that?
surprised he let me in. That's Kyle Richardson, brother.
Oh, Kyle. Yes. Okay.
Kyle.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So GIW. That man has run 30 companies, but I'm there for all of
them. Yeah.
I'm there. I'm a fan since day one. Shout out to Kyle.
So you can say that Kyle Richardson was one of the OGs of the IG scene.
Yeah, he was around like way before I even.
Would you consider him like the Dusty Rhodes of the territories before?
I don't know about that.
Before Vince McMahon started like getting each and every one or some shit. Like, hey, I'm the one, you know. Or we can call that Justin. That's Justin Massacre.
Justin is the god of call.
Justin Massacre is a god of call. I'm gonna put that on fucking IG, yo. That's it.
Yeah, he can have that. I hate Justin, but he can have it.
Yeah, man.
I gotta give him his respect.
So Kyle gave Wade Ward, Chris Sinister the big break.
Wade Ward. I wasn't using Chris for a little bit after that. I just kind of stopped using Chris.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of boring at that time. I didn't really put much time and investment into him. Like no face scan, nothing like that. I didn't have a face scan on Wade either for some time. So I just was just a big generic looking dude. I didn't have like that scar you see on my face now.
Yeah.
I was kind of just default bald guy with beard. But I was somehow booked against these big names. Faced Dave England a lot. Lost to him a lot, respectfully. I was so close to that world title. But I'll never touch gold. I faced William Jackson a lot. He was kind of like the guy that he was like, "Here, Wade, do you want some wins?" And he just kept putting me against William.
This was all EFED style, right?
Yes, it's all EFED. I think he did like Sim Fed. He called it.
Yeah,
it's just EFED, but he wants a certain person to win.
Yeah,
he still does that now. Shout out to him. I couldn't do it for that long. Who else do I have on this list? Blah blah blah. Donnie blah blah blah. Dave England first rival, Alex. Like I remember that there was this big chamber match that I wish we could do again one day, where it was me, Dave England, Alex Haas, Donnie Dumps, Malenko. I think Gabe Gates was in it, and I think JMS was in it.
Oh, okay.
I feel like if you had that match now, those 8 names, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you know what's interesting, because I know I came in the time when majority of these guys are just started leaving and all that stuff. So you came into the time where you had a lot of these, I guess, legendary names or top names in the business already, you know. And this was even EFED. This is not HLR. You didn't even discover HLR yet, but you had a lot of. Because I remember I was talking to JMS about it. He's like, yeah, I didn't really get into the HLR thing, but the whole EFED style of saying like, yo, those are big names already. Like you just said just now.
Yeah, there was really no. Yeah. At least on Instagram, like no HLR companies that I noticed.
Yeah, the HLR. I think the HLR impact started in probably late 2020 or 2019.
Like 2020, yeah.
It has to be 2020 for sure. Because I know the only HLR producer was RDub, the top name in the.
I didn't when I joined. RDub technically wasn't there yet. Chris Russell, who I've mentioned several times.
Or Brian.
He started a petition.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started a petition to get RDub to come back.
Oh,
and he was like sending it out. I'm like, fuck is RDub? So I signed it. I was like, whatever, let's see him come back. Eventually he did come back. And he's been around since. I don't know how he got tricked back into joining the petition, but
yeah,
I guess it worked. That's how we got RDub back. And that's when I was really introduced to it, but there's some more filler stuff we gotta get in there before we get to the HLR bullcrap.
Yeah, you gotta do these Naruto fillers before we go to this R.
I got a super filler here. Everybody's mentioned it so far.
All right, so
WSW.
Oh, yeah, so that's where CZB started.
I think so.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like there's one company that nobody's mentioned that Crom and CZB did not mention that we were all a part of that I feel like really got me going was a CWL. I think it was like Combat Wrestling League or something.
Combat Wrestling League? Huh, okay.
Where I found Leon Matoda, Chris Osborne at the time. CZB was there. Crom was there.
And this was also an IG Fed?
Yeah. IG. It was EFED, but it was like highlight EFED, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't great, but the roster was nice. So I did that. And WSW, those are the notable, and NOW, Justin Massacre's company.
Yeah.
So those were like the 3 main ones I was a part of outside of TIW.
Mm-hmm.
They were all pretty bad, respectfully.
Yeah.
I know Justin's doing his NOW return thing. I'm not gonna be part of that.
You know what, bro? I'm just gonna say yes to Justin Massacre for like couple of things. You know, it's just this guy links everybody together.
I can't say yes to him anymore. He gets you once, he's got you forever.
Yeah, that's the reason why I said yes to Phoenix Rising, bro. I was like, yo, fuck it.
Oh my god. Yeah. DMW is just PWG. He's not doing anything. Everybody's doing all his work. I'm not even gonna get into it. Fuck you, Justin. What happened? So that's where WSW, NOW, CWL. I was like, oh, this shit's cool. I could do it better.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sick of waiting for like all the shows to come out. I was like, I wanna get a little more involved.
Yeah.
And this is right when like COVID was kicking off, so I was home.
Oh man.
I was just home.
Let me tell you about my COVID era run, bro. Shit.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. You were going stupid.
Bro, the COVID era run for XVPW. Think of HLR matches back-to-back months, bro. Like, and these are good shows. Like, these are like five HLR matches in one show, 1 month, back-to-back months, and I'm just like, what am I doing to myself, bro?
I was not doing HLR during that time.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that was April of 2020. That's when I started WZW.
So April 2020, WZW, Warzone Wrestling, episode 1.
Yep, there was no Asgard, nothing like that.
Yeah.
It was just Warzone Wrestling.
And it was not even HLR, it was EFIT.
Hell no. It was, I wouldn't even call it. This was on 2K20, by the way. Forgot to mention that. I was making shows on 2K20.
Yo, congrats.
So bad.
Congrats to you, man.
They were so bad.
I touched 2K20 and I'm like, fuck this.
Oh, I should have. There was like 6-second HLR. It was in slow motion, damn near.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
And I can only imagine what Gabe Gates thought about his call on 2K20. Everybody tried to make their call on 2K20 and they say, fuck this. Oversaturated. Fucking.
Yeah. It was bad.
My hair's not moving. My hair's not moving. My eyes are bulging. Like, what the fuck is happening, yo? Yeah.
I can't believe I had the roster that I had.
I can't believe you. I can't believe you paid for that fucking garbage.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I didn't own 2K19 technically, well, I had it on disc, but then I lost the disc, so I had to get PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
And I basically was like renting 2K19 for all of the rest of the 2K19 lifestyle.
Yeah.
So what did I do in 2020? Oh yeah, CCB and Crown were getting it all wrong. They're like, oh, I was with the first signee wave. I got the full list of all the people I signed first.
Okay, so who did you sign the first 10?
So I got Chris Sinister was the first signee.
Technically. Okay, well, technically it's your fucking call, of course. Yeah.
The goat. Leon Matoda.
What? Leon Matoda
fan until I die. I love Leon Matoda.
Leon Matoda was your technically your first, because I don't count your fucking call, but your first. Your first random. Did this guy message you, or you messaged him saying, "Yo, Leon"?
I messaged him because he was in CWL.
Okay.
He just beat CZB in that company, by the way, for the world title.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna reach out to all those guys because we were pretty good friends at that point, talking to all of them. I was like, fuck it, I'm starting my own company. Let's go, guys.
Okay.
So I got Sinister, Matoda, CZB, X Factor, Kyle's Call, Justin Massacre, Crumb, Lennon Walsh. I don't know why he said yes. That's crazy. Robin Heese, JJ Ramirez, TJ Streets, Brock Diamond. This is a guy called Elijah. He's not around anymore.
Yeah.
Cassidy Osborne, Seawolf, who's Cameron Witt now. I think is it Cameron Witt?
His name was Seawolf.
Yeah, he was Seawolf.
I love it. I'm gonna
Seawolf was huge back then. I feel like he was a star.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a fall, Seawolf. I hope you're here. And Dave England, but he was a mystery signing, so I didn't announce that one. That was the main lineup. So basically, the first thing we did was this first show was like tournament. I've had so many tournaments.
Of course. I want to say it's too fucking cliche, but
it is.
It is.
It's so easy though.
Yeah.
Because we need champions. Tournament.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure on EFED is just boop boop play.
Oh my god, yeah.
So you pop
the way I
like
recorded it was so gross. So it was EFED technically, but I would cut out like the filler bullshit.
Yeah.
And so it was almost like highlight EFED,
where
it was just cutting through parts of the match.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I'd sneak in like an EFED, or not an EFED, but like an HLR spot, where he'll do like a suplex. Oh, he turned into a jackhammer, something really ugly. This is really bad and choppy. And I would play music over all the matches.
I still can't believe this was on 2K20.
Oh my, it was so bad.
So you legit have like you legit have like a 17-second spot of an HLR thing. Then there you go.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's always a slow motion.
It's the slow motions. Yeah.
It's stupid. The arena was pitch black. You couldn't see anything. It was just really bad.
Yeah.
It was so fun though. I was dropping shows like every single day.
Yeah.
It's like fuck it. Go. Had nothing better to do. And then what else did I do? Pre-Asgard. There was this guy called Casey Bostick. I love Casey so much. I know CCB loves Casey Bostick. What are they arguing about? I see a lot of.
I don't know, man. But I see a bunch of purple and blue and pink all over. Yeah. Shout out to Angry New Yorker and CZB. Y'all are the goats right now in this chat. I don't know.
Casey Bostick. So Casey Bostick is technically the first ever WCW national champion.
Okay.
I'll go. I love him so much. Not really. He was awful. He was one of the worst ever. Yeah. He looked bad, everything. But I was just like, something about him. I was like, he's got to be my champ. So I had him beat Liam Matoda for that. And then we had another tournament. But this one was for the world title.
Wait, so what was the first tournament about again?
The national championship. That's the one that Crom has now.
That's the one that Crom has
Valhalla.
now. Okay, yeah.
The list of champions on that is so bad.
Okay.
I love it. I think it's like Casey Bostick, Chase Evans, who is now Jay Sky. Is he Jay Sky? Jay Winters, whatever he is. Leon Matoda. Crom, Trey, and then Crom again. Somehow. Really bad. But I guess Crom's, he's all right. He's an all right champ. I think Trey was the best champ. But...
yeah.
And then what else? We had the world title tournament. But during that time, so we did tournament matches were separate. But then I was like, "Fuck it, let's do a show." So I made Asgard.
So what's a show? It's like the pay-per-view.
No, just like a normal show. I'm like, let's just have not just one match I put up on YouTube, because I would just put like Cameron Witt versus Brock Diamond.
Yeah.
Tournament semifinal on YouTube, and it was just that one match. So I was like, let's do Asgard. And just throw everybody on that shit.
Were you a God of War fan, which is why you named it like Asgard and Warzone and all that? Of
course.
Shit? Okay.
Of course. I don't know why. I was like, let's just stick with the mythology shit. That's fine. See, I have no idea why I chose Asgard, but I'm glad I did. I think they're pretty good names.
Yeah. I
got Asgard, Midgard, Bifrost. All the pay-per-views, which we'll get to, are themed after like mythology and all that shit. There's a hidden pay-per-view not too many people know about. We're gonna get to that very soon. The first ever pay-per-view we've had. They got taken down from YouTube.
Oh, that sucks.
It has not seen the light of day.
What song did you use, bro?
It wasn't the song. It was actually the logo I used.
What? For a logo?
The logo took it down.
What? What the hell?
I thought I changed it.
I never heard of anything like that. I know people getting shut down for using clips and whatever Warner Brothers do. You know, you gotta be a true YouTuber to understand that shit. Like I got taken down for I had to ask permission to use a trailer. I had to legit email Warner Brothers Studios and shit like that, and they say, "Here you go." Then next thing you know, I aired the thing. YouTube took it down. I had to show the fucking email saying, "Hey, I got permission from Warner Brothers itself to use this trailer." Yeah, it was a back and forth.
I didn't deal with that kind of shit.
Yeah, I didn't want my old channel to get taken down, so I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah,
I didn't care at that point. I was like, if I get taken down, I get taken down.
Yeah,
that got taken down like months later. That's just why I never re-uploaded it. I was like, it served its purpose. It was pretty bad anyway. So I don't care if it's back up. Yeah, Carter Young said it right there. Medusa's Lair. Out to that one. Before that, we did the first Asgard, and that main event, because the rest of the show does not matter at all. The main event was for the tag titles.
Okay.
And that's where CZB and Robin won it.
Oh, Robin Heath? or something.
Robert Peace.
Peace, right? Yeah, the XGS. Yeah.
My day one, so they won the tag titles. They only lost it that first Midgard. It's like a year or two ago now.
I got a question. I'm sorry to cut you off. When did I keep hearing a lot about this faction, Fathers of Fear? Were there?
FOF? Oh man.
What was that? Was that the same time period as what you're talking about right now?
This was, I would say, like when I first joined, that was Fathers of Fear was the thing. That was Christian Maniac's group.
Yes. Okay.
It was like his group and like some of the side calls, but then he had people like, I know Gates was in it, Alex was in it. I think Malenko was in it at some point.
Of course, you know, I always call them. They're always together, those three. So I know Maniac was a big part of whatever that.
Yeah. Oh my God, Maniac! I love Maniac so much.
He's a guy I still want to interview because he is also a legend in this thing because.
Yeah. Oh my God, he was my first like. Oh my God, this guy's the greatest person ever.
Outside of IG, on Facebook, same exact thing. So I don't know what his Twitter run is. But I know in Facebook, that guy's a legend in the Facebook scene. So I can only imagine how he is in IG because everybody,
everybody. I feel like he's just one of those people that's universally you can't say anything bad about him.
Yeah,
he's just a god amongst men here.
I want to know if Justin Massacre also knows me.
Oh, he probably created him. I don't know. Justin Massacre is the father.
Justin Massacre is God.
Justin Massacre is the father of fear. You follow him. So I joined that pretty late. I actually joined FOF really late.
Oh, you joined
like
that
right
shit
at the
too?
end. Yeah, I ended up joining right at the end.
I would never expected. I never expected you to join any faction.
That was my one goal when I joined CAW. I was like, I gotta join FOF. You guys are fucking cool.
So Christian Maniac, Gabe Gates, Alex Haas, Chris Malenko, Wade War. Who else was in FOF? Was it
Ray Lethal was in it.
Ray Lethal.
He was the worst.
Ray Lethal was in fucking what? Okay.
Oh yeah, Alex will tell you all about it. He's right here. Yeah, he said it right there about Maniac. The only guy that can have a match and never spit a promo. He's just a star.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Okay.
I even had him on WCW. I don't know if you've seen any of that, but he was on it for a little bit. What else happened? So yeah, FOF joined that finally after this was like.
This is still 2020.
This is like 2020-ish. I want to say late 2020-ish stuff.
Okay.
So I've had some time to grow as a character, I guess. This is still pre Wade Scar.
This is still 2020. 2K 2020. The garbage fucking
I don't know
game.
if this was 2K. It was on 19 at this point.
Oh, so you went back to 19? Okay.
Yeah, we eventually jumped back to 19.
Yeah.
I think Asgard 1 or 2 was when I jumped back to 19.
Mm-hmm.
No, it had to be 2 or 3. I don't know. I didn't write that down on my notes. So what else happens? FOF, we'll get to that.
So
Asgard won tag titles. Bam.
Okay. CZB and Robin Reese won it. The first ever tag team.
They held it forever.
Yeah.
And Asgard 2, that's where we finished the tournament.
Okay.
For the world title.
This not even Trial of Talos, is it?
No. Okay. No. That's like our third paper.
Okay.
We got some time to go.
Yeah.
Trial of Talent is probably my favorite event ever. That's probably peak of WCW, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
The matches are just so good. We'll get there. So what happened to Asgard 2 was there you go. Cardi Young knows more about WCW than I do. Asgard 6 had the last 2K20 match. Because I think he was a part of that. It was him and Christian Graves, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. That guy sucks.
Okay.
I got a lot of people I don't like.
I love how blunt you are when you talk about it. It's great.
Yeah, it's like I don't have to lie to anybody here.
No, you know, this is live and direct, bro. You're being very direct right now, so it's fine.
They know how I feel about them. Mm-hmm. Like Carter said, he debuted on Asgard 1. When Carter first showed me his call, he was the most generic, boring-looking white dude I've ever seen in my life. I said yes. I don't even know why, to be honest. We were partnered because he was doing NGW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, NGW. I was right. I get that mixed up with NWG. Mm-hmm. He did that. He was like, "Hey, buddy, can I join with my call? The super athlete? Oh, this guy looks so corny." I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Is it still the same call as you see now?
Maybe he looks a lot better. He looks just as white.
All right.
And athletic. Like he's a lot more muscular now.
When I saw Carter's call for the first time, especially when me and him had this match, I was like, "This is the most patriotic call ever."
He had like black tights.
I have to wrestle him.
Red design. Yeah,
I have to wrestle him.
That established.
Yeah.
When you guys fought, or when I had him, he wasn't established at all. He looked like just jobber number 2. Like, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm trying new things. Let's do it.
Okay, so is this the first? Was Carter the first call you signed that was not in your circle already? Like it was like it was just
probably other people, but he's like the first standout one, I'd say.
Okay, because I know people sign people within their circle because of, community, whatever, click, whatever.
I feel like I didn't even really have the only circle I guess I really did have was the CWL people.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like playing like joining people's parties and PlayStation and shit like that.
Yeah,
talking to them. Besides maybe like some people who want to play FIFA. Like Christian Graves was one of them. TJ Streets, Justin Massacre, the UK boys.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't have like a clique like I guess I do now. I don't know if I can know. I feel like I hop between a lot of people's groups now. Nobody wants me to be their friend. I'm just around,
Yeah.
What's next? I don't even know. There's so much early Asgard bullshit that happened. I gotta resort to my notes. Just trying to find standout moments. Blah blah blah. Pre-Asgard, did that. World title. We're doing it. I think I'm at Medusa's Lair. That's next.
Okay.
That's where we're introduced the North American title.
Medusa's Lair?
Yeah.
Did Carter win that? Did Carter win that?
He did not.
Oh!
He wasn't even in the match.
He wasn't in the match? So was Carter still Mr. America or something? Or no?
He was always kind of Mr. America.
And he didn't win the North American Championship.
Oh.
He must have been so upset.
Maybe. I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell what happened. No, I don't want to talk about Jet Morningstar winning the title. Look at there. That was bad.
Okay.
Oh, man. That was the first bump in the road for WCW. I didn't write that one down. I think that was after Medusa's Lair. So that works with the timeline. So Medusa's Lair, we had the 5-man gauntlet.
Okay.
Lennon Walsh won that.
Lennon?
I mean, he's trying to remember who was in. I think it was Brock.
So Lennon Walsh, this European motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Won the North American Championship in WCW.
The North American title only had the U.S. flag on it too, so I don't know what I was doing.
I love it.
It was just whatever. I wasn't even thinking that.
I love it. I love your booking, Wade. It's great.
It's so random.
It is random. And the way you're talking to me right now is like I could tell, like it's random.
It's sporadic. I don't even. I'm talking, I'm remembering the things.
Let me just sign this, Mr. Merker. He looks like a job to me. Okay, fuck it.
Oh, he looks cool.
Yeah, I can see it right now in the background. Yeah, sure, Lennon.
I'm sure he'll bring it up too. He pitched turning heel once, where he's gonna be like this evil cowboy kind of guy. I'm like, what are you doing? Stick to the Americas or whatever he was doing. Okay. I'm glad he never did that. That would have. I feel like he would not be here now if he did that.
Cowboy Carter sounds good.
Yeah, it was like
I dig it.
Heel Cowboy Carter. It was weird. Anyway, Medusa's Lair. Lennon Walsh wins. Blah blah blah. Next Asgard. Mm-hmm. We do TJ Streets has an open challenge.
And this is still EFED style. You didn't even discover Talar yet.
Oh yeah, this is all EFED.
That's great.
More like SimFed where I was controlling them.
Yo, XVPW's first season, bro, the first 6 episodes was all EFED style. I didn't discover HLR.
That was the way to go.
Yeah.
It's so easy to produce. Oh, I'm going to get into that later, man.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Everybody's
going to read. God. I would drop if I was Kyle Richardson, I'd drop a show every other day.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Just blow them out. Fuck it. Who's going to stop him?
I respect Skeg for that.
Oh my God.
Share. Share. Just press them. Yo, this is how Skeg does his fucking shows, bro. Play. Share.
That guy's on a whole different level.
Put match card here, thumbnail. Share.
I respect it so much.
I respect Skeg for that, bro.
Oh my God.
And they are so consistent. That's the reason why they have probably the followings they have now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Share. Like what's the point of me working on a fucking weak match? Fuck, you want analytics, you want consistency, you want good viewing, you want good subscribers. Share. I respect it. I'm not even dissing them. That's only, they're probably gonna use this clip and be like, why is X dissing this? No, bro. Everybody
talking about how amazing and famous Skeg is.
Yo,
what's this?
Fuck this HLR match that I've been doing since fucking 3 weeks in a row. That only got probably 99 views. Skeg got 1,000 views on one show. Share.
Yeah. People like the consistency. That's good.
Good shit, man. And
Skeg, I'm not gonna provide them with consistent content.
And I'm pretty sure these new generation of cause now all started in Skeg, left Skeg, and start working on HLR and joined the promotions that you're probably gonna hire them and all that shit.
Yeah, Skeg is the NXT of a cause.
Skeg birthed a lot of new gen cause, and I respect that.
Yeah, they all got stand-up people. Phoenix, Duncan Riley, like CZB just said.
Yeah,
that's somebody I want to have a match with.
Yeah, man.
He's so good. I think Kira was in Skeg. I know you heard his name plenty of times.
I heard the name. I've never seen the run, but I respect it. So it's like the Dynamite Kid. I never watched none of his matches, but I keep hearing about this fucking style. Yep. So.
Thank you, Brandon, for agreeing with me there. Yeah, Kira was a PvP.
Oh, look at that.
I only knew Kira from because I had Butterslug signed eventually.
Yeah.
And I was like, get a tag team partner. And he's pitched out of Kira. They had like this Divine Eye gimmick. That was great. That tag match CZB was telling you about, him and Divine Eye. I love that match. It's one of my favorite HLR match I've done. That shit's so good. He joined WZW before Skeg. What?
Yeah.
See, like, I don't know anything about CAW.
Yeah, see?
That's why I have these people here to remind me.
Exactly. That's why I'm doing this right now. I'm going to be like a CAW documentarian, bro. Like I said, I'm the next Chris Van Vliet, bro. People need to know where this shit started and who paved the way. That's it, bro. And it all started with Justin Massacre.
Justin Massacre. The Big Bang.
The Big Bang.
That should be his new gimmick. The Big Bang, Justin Massacre.
Yeah, man. Justin Massacre. But yeah, man, so continue. So
what happened? So Medusa's
Lair. So you went back.
Star.
So Medusa, right? Medusa's Lair.
We did Medusa, that pay-per-view, stank, whatever. And then we had the infamous Asgard where CJ Streets had an open challenge. Jet Morningstar, if you know him.
I heard about him. I think he followed me, and I never followed back. But
he was pretty big at that time, I'd say.
Yeah.
He was also in Fathers of Fear, I believe. I think.
Mm-hmm.
But he finally joined because I was like begging him to join. I was like, oh, dude, I need you. That's so crazy to think about now.
Mm-hmm.
So he joined. He won the world title, his debut match.
Okay.
Match was super short, too. And then not even like a week or two later, he quit.
I'm not surprised.
And he took X Factor with him, so they both quit.
Yeah.
So I lost a world champ there.
That sucks.
Which is why I call it the world title curse. Because every time somebody gets that title, they're gone.
Don't worry, bro. I'm in a similar boat with the XVPW championship. Like, it's cursed. It's cursed. I don't have a consistent champion. Some people laugh. It's like, okay. My first champion, because I hired my friends at the time. They say, right. Hey, we just did this because, we know you loved it and whatnot, but this aren't our really thing. I'm like, all right, because nobody knew who my roster was. They weren't really popular. It was just more of like, these are a group of my friends who just like wrestling. They're into CAW. So, first I crowned the champion. He was there for 2 seasons and shit. Then he said, okay, I'm done filming, bro. Like, I'm tired. I got little hobbies to do, So I'm like, all right. I still stuck around. And yeah.
It's hard finding those people who you're never going to stick around for at least a decent amount of time.
Because these guys aren't really into CAW. Like, I am. Like I said, I am into CAW. These are just a good my little circle group of friends who are into tabletop gaming and gaming in general. And we just met up. And I was like, hey, like, I got this thing idea. Hey, fuck it, let's do it, bro. It sounds like fun. That's it. Yeah. I had to create their accounts. Imagine that. X, not even X at the time. I'm just a producer. Yo, it'd be cool. I'm gonna make your guys' accounts so we look like official. That's it,
That's a lot more interesting than my roster.
Yeah.
Had a bunch of nobodies. At the time, I feel like all the people in the early roster, I feel like a lot of them still around, a lot bigger than they were. Like CZB's fucking huge. You're welcome. Crom, you're welcome. Trey, when did Trey come in? Trey came in pretty later. Like
what? Really?
He was like he came in at Theater's Battlefield. Because Trey, I wanted Trey. He was always a tag guy. I'm like, why are you in a tag scene? I've always saw Trey as like a singles guy, and he was never really doing singles stuff.
Holy
before
shit.
I signed him.
What?
So I was like, get in here. I want you to just be by yourself. He was with Sebastian Lopez, his tag partner.
Sebastian Lopez? Does that guy still exist?
I don't know. Huh. I couldn't tell you. I don't keep up with people. So yeah, he was in that Rumble. Chris Russell was in that. A lot of people debuted in that Rumble.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite things too. I did a full HLR Rumble.
You did one? I gotta see this.
Yeah, it's pretty old. Like coming up on 2-3 years now. It's Athena's Battlefield. That's on the Warzone YouTube. That's the last thing we've uploaded on that channel.
Yeah.
Was that pay-per-view. It's a pretty solid pay-per-view. That's where we crowned the new world champion because we had a mini tournament.
And it's still EFED, by the way, right?
Yeah, Athena's Battlefield was like the first HLR show I did.
Athena's Battlefield?
Yeah.
So when did you discover about that HLR then? What match did you see, or you just?
I think Dynasty. I think Dynasty was like the main thing. I mean, technically, I saw like HLR from like early YouTube shit, people putting clips together, but Dynasty, I was like, oh, they're doing full shows like this.
Oh, okay. So
and then I became friends with them. We had like a little friend group. And he was showing me all the matches and shit. So that's cool. He was like, this is how you gotta fucking do it. EFED sucks. Right. You're right.
Wait, who said that? Chris Russell?
Yeah. He's always been anti.
You know, I have to interview this guy. Since seeing as now he gave you the keys to Dynasty, I want to pick his brain.
If you can find him.
If I can, yeah.
That man's just all about movies and now, so he's out of this call stuff. Ever since that big Twitter scandal happened.
Oh, I heard
that's
about
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so Athena's Battlefield, that card was really good. I gotta find it. We had me versus Dave England on there. Kind of like our blow off. That's the last time I think we faced too. Mr. England. I had to do so much scrolling. I don't feel like it. We had Christ versus Travis Turner. Ooh, for the world title. The match is really funny.
Yeah.
There's something about the ending where they have like this stupid long match. Not super long, but like they had a lot of big moves throughout the whole match. And then at the end, Crisis is like a kick up after a double brain buster. Hits his finish and wins. As if he just completely ignored the entire match. My style of match back then was really bad.
Yeah.
But that happens. We had the Rumble. That Rumble's so good. I gotta find out. I think that's where Fat Ass Spider-Man debuted. Who else? That's where R-Dub debuted as well.
Really?
He came in at number 1 or number 2 for the Rumble because Trevor Wolf was number 1, and they had some type of beef.
Like behind the scenes or
no,
story?
No, it's like a story feud. There you go. I found the card. Lennon Walsh versus Havoc.
Yeah.
Who's now Joseph Chaos. That was a loser. I think loser retires from WZW.
Yeah.
I've stuck true to that. He has not been back. Because Lennon Walsh won.
Oh, man.
Havoc is always begged to come back. I'm like, no, you got to respect it. He's gone. We did Crom versus Ray, which is one of the 5-star matches he talked about. That match was not 5 stars. Not in my eyes. Maybe at the time. But
yo, I gotta say, early HLR matches, I'm pretty sure weren't that great. It was more of
like a 2.5 now.
Yeah. If I look back on my HLR, trash, because everything was hard cam. I didn't know that the first of all you had the option to target a call and then the camera will follow it. No, I did not know there was an option for 6 episodes of HLR matches like. So everything was hard cam. Cam.
That's hard the meta now. Hard cam.
Hard cam. But I knew
ahead of your time.
Yeah. And I know how to somewhat storytell, but not at the point I was now. But I had a feeling of
I feel like there was like no storytelling. Back here, this is just spots. Match.
Spots. Yeah.
This guy won. That's the story.
Yeah.
I think the only like one of my favorite stories back then was Chris Malenko versus Chris Sinister. I love that one. Malenko would tell you, with me and I just for some reason kept putting him against Sinister. It was so good every time.
The battle of the Chris's.
This was back when he was the gray. So like they were both dark gimmick guys facing each other.
So yeah, I'm guessing he was Fathers of Fear still during that time.
I think he left at that point.
Oh, okay.
I think he was in Fathers of Fear when he was like the dragon or whatever he was.
Yeah.
The Red Dragon, something like that. So I did Malenko, Sinister, blah blah. Yeah, this match, this card was pretty short because that Rumble was an hour, so that took up most of the show. I'm trying to find. Oh, we had a terrible tag match. I don't want to talk about that. It was CZB and Robin Heath versus Charm City Kings.
I heard about those.
Yeah, they were pretty big at the time. Awful tag match. We're not even going to talk about that. So yeah, the Rumble happens. The Fat Ass Spider-Man debuts. Butter Slug debuts. I think Dan Green debuted.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Dan. Chris Russell, Trey Mercer. I think Nick Rice was in it.
Nick Rice?
It was just basically anybody I can find on Instagram was like, get into this damn Rumble.
So these guys were hitting you up saying, hey, let me join WCW, and you just debuted them?
I couldn't tell you. I feel like I reached out a good amount.
Yeah.
Whenever I want to sign somebody, I reach out. Very rarely somebody hits me up and I'm like, okay.
So I'm the opposite. I get a bunch of messages on IG saying, you guys signing. All I do is just screenshot how to apply. There you go. But that's crazy how you reached out to them. There's only handpick of people who I reached out to because I'm personally cool with them. And if I see something about them, like oh, you know how to edit, perfect. Not even HLR. Yeah, you just know how to do decent like promo work like CZB does, you know, or you know how to do graphics, perfect, you know.
Yeah, I feel like those kind of people don't reach out. You got to reach out to them.
Yeah. They're
celebrities, you know. They don't want to be embarrassed. I get it. And Dan, you're wrong. You appeared once to save Braden. I think for like some Travis thing where Braden beat Travis in like 10 seconds. Wrong, Dan. I remember that. What else? I think. Yeah, we did that. And then the next pay-per-view after that was Trial of Talos.
Ooh, the banger right there.
Trial of Talos. Yes, sir. That's what Crom was.
That's where thing. Is that where everybody decided to be a star? Like, oh.
I guess. Yeah, this was kind of like the first big one. Crom was the face of the company, basically. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of big names in here. We did Malenko versus Travis was one of them. That was pretty solid. Fuck you, Travis. I feel like I've treated Travis like a big star in WCW. He doesn't respect me. I hope you're watching, Travis. What else happened? CZB William Jackson. Mm-hmm. That was just CZB had his mask still at the time. That was like a crazy dream.
I'm pretty sure CZB had his mask for a while. I mean,
the longest time.
And this is 20.
This was like his psycho mask, not like the full face mask.
Oh, okay. And this was 2K19. Everybody decided, you still got 2K19? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, everybody was back on 19. Thank God.
Yeah. And this is rated HLR.
This is all HLR now.
Was this only you producing it, or you had other people?
So I was basically doing everything up until like maybe Athena's Battlefield. I had some help. Like Chris Russell recorded like the last part of that Rumble, like the last 10 minutes maybe.
Mm-hmm. And this was before WCW was on DWN?
I joined the Dynasty Network right after Athena's Battlefield.
Okay.
So every other show, like Asgard's and all that, were all on the Dynasty Network.
Yeah, so wow. So when did you decide to hop on to Dynasty? Why leave your own channel, and did you just wanted to join this because they're already established and be like, okay, hey.
They weren't really established. They had look, I got the post right here. When I joined it, they had 97 subscribers.
Yeah.
We're like almost 500 now, in the 400s maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, it was just a friend group. I was friends with Russell, William Jackson, Trey, all of that. I joined their parties a bunch.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
He was like, yeah, we're doing this network. I'm like, all right, I'm in.
You know, it's funny. I got offered to join networks, but I think that because I had the stubborn mentality.
Yeah, I feel like you should definitely just never join a network.
Yeah, you know, like I don't mind people joining XVPW network. That's totally fine. You know, just make sure your shit is professional looking and all that stuff. Because I have a lot of people that's not into CAW watching this shit. You know, and all that, but I don't want to get muted or banned and shit like that. So yeah, but I got offered so many people offered like, yo, you want to hop on this, blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what? I don't mind as my call hopping into promotions, but XVPW is still my baby, and and I gotta say,
a serious content creator.
Yeah, and I gotta say, like, I did pretty good. You know, but a person who never got into this and now really trying to understand the lore of Justin Massacre and shit. It's more of like I have to, you know, I'm the Vince McMahon, bro. I'm sorry. I don't mind buying your territory, but
you made it work.
Yeah,
you got it this big without a network. That's good.
Yeah.
Because when I was dropping shows, like on my show, it was maybe getting like 100 views.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy. It's like 100, 200 at most. I think the peak on that channel was like Athena's Battlefield. That's at like 800 views now.
Yeah.
Which is what I feel like we kind of get now on the network. I guess it's people going back and finally watching that.
Yeah, sometimes it's the algorithm of like recommendations.
Yeah.
Which technically how I discovered you. It wasn't because of IG. It was because of, whatever you word on your title. You know, okay, so here's some YouTube. If you want to learn how to be a YouTuber, guys. All right. So if you want to be under a person's recommendations, right? So let's say you're watching a music video, right? You type in whatever, Queen and shit like that, right? You type Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, boom. All right, you watch it. Now recommendations will be on your right-hand side, and those are related Queen videos. You know, that's not from Queen. It's people covers, shit like that. So I typed XVPW call, boom, right? Or WWE2K. That's the reason why people title it WWE2K. They don't type the name of their show. They type.
Chris Russell did that for all of his videos.
Yeah, exactly.
I always started with WWE2K.
Yeah, you always want to type WWE2K, whatever game it is, right? And from there you title your show or promotion or whatnot, and you'll be under a person's recommendations. So if you look at XVPW, it's WWE2K, blah blah blah. So if you're watching an XVPW video, sooner or later you're on the recommendations. You're gonna see W2K, Warzone Wrestling, WZW, or shit like that, because it's under a person's recommendations. And you do that not only on your title but also on your description and on your tags. You don't type XVPW as one of the tags. No, the first tags you want to type should be the beginning of whatever title of your video that you want to do. So WWE2K, W2K13, or some shit like that. Then XVPW and name of your show. Then call. So that's how I discovered WZW. It was legit under the recommendations because it was people that, boom, there you go. There you go. There's your little lesson of how to be a YouTuber.
Yeah. I never did that personally with my WZW videos. If anything, you found it because of Chris.
Probably, yeah.
Our most viewed video is his pay-per-view Dynasty Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
It's called WWE2K19.
I think that's probably what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty close to the views on that next one. Asgard 13 said like 996.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go watch Asgard 13. 4 more views, guys. Come on. I need 1,000 viewers so I can claim to be the head of the network. And Excel's getting close too.
Yeah.
Where was I on?
So you're Tralatalos, first ever HLR, full HLR show.
Yeah, a lot of storytelling in that one. A lot of good stuff. Definitely, this Tralatalos can be so much better.
What was the main event?
Stories.
What was the main event?
We've been writing it out for so long. We main evented the Tralatalos.
No, yeah, for that one.
I think it was like a 4-night event.
Oh shit!
I think the end of it was Mercer and it might have been Haas.
Alex Haas? Oh, wow.
Yeah, Alex Haas. My thing with Alex is I only bring him back for tournaments at this point. It's kind of his gimmick now. He's a tournament guy.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll show up this year. Who knows?
Oh. He's still on a good run.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I think this is the most I've seen Alex in other promotions. Yeah,
he was at that time. He, what's it called? When I first brought him back, that was like when he first returned, I feel like, to call because he took a break for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then he finally let me get him on there. And then he left again. Then I got him back. Then he left again. That's his thing, you know. He'll stick around and be like, all right, I'm out. In a good way, though.
Oh, so Carter said the semifinals of that were Malenko versus Trey and Alex versus CZB.
Yeah, and then I know Alex beat CZB. Trey obviously won. So yeah, Trey Alex was the final.
Huh. Look at that.
And then Crom came out, did their face to face. Next Asgard, best match ever. Trey beats Crom. We get a new era of our national champion. I think we're still national championship at that time. Yeah, I didn't change the belts until 21. I think. No.
Who was doing commentary during this time period for you?
I think Mason Meltzer was a lot of commentary, like in the middle parts.
That's the Zapangu guy.
Yeah, Mason Meltzer. Chris Russell was even doing commentary when I needed him. Dan did commentary for some time.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Henry. It was Brock Diamond. He was doing commentary for us.
And who produced matches for Tralatalos? That specific Tralatalos.
I think for Tralatalos, I basically did everything but Trey's matches. So Trey did all of his matches. I think Chris might have did a match. No, Chris. I don't know. Chris Russell was on the card. No, I did all that. Yeah, I did everything except Trey Mercer matches.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was just slaving myself away to WCW for some time. What year
was Wade War in other promotions during this time, or you were still in this WCW?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea what Wade was up to during that time. I was known as the WCW guy.
Yeah.
Just kind of doing my thing.
I still think of you as a WCW guy.
Yeah, that's all I ever want to do. I mean, now that I'm back, I want to try maybe. I'm going to get that world title. Nobody's going to stop me. I'm going to try and plant my feet in like one, maybe two companies at most.
Yeah.
But WCW is always going to be where I want to be. I'm not going to be like Leo, though, win all my belts. Or Brian Carter, the GOAT. But maybe. No, I'm going to be Crom, actually.
Yeah.
For the Ball Championship. I'm going to do it. You guys laugh now, but it'll happen. Let's see.
Carter called me. Why did Carter call me? Yeah.
What show is this? There's an Asgard show where I did a Soul Calibur match. I think that's my favorite episode.
I remember that. That's with Fat Ass Spider-Man.
Yeah, Fat Ass Spider-Man and William Jackson. That might be my favorite show. That is Asgard 12. Everybody make sure to go watch 12. And 13, so we can get that 1,000 views. That was a really good card. Carter Young beat TJ Streets on that card. Wow. Trying to find any more memorable key moments. Obviously, throughout this time, we had a lot of people sign. We started Collision hype so early. Oh my god. Let me find this. I think Collision stuff was getting hinted at like 2021. Like April 2021.
Yeah.
Is when we first talked about Collision happening.
Collision?
Around that time. It was supposed to be me versus Dynasty versus NXL versus Vortex. Like this big four-way thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Vortex was like our EFED company ran by William.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously NXL, Stan, Braden, and them. And Chris Russi on Dynasty. Eventually, we were like, it's doing too much. We're just going to do WCW and Dynasty.
Yeah.
And then Chris Russell was like, I'm going to go make movies or something. So, and then the whole Twitter thing.
Wait, is this like legit movies? Like he was doing.
Yeah, like he's in like movie school or whatever it's called.
Oh, that's cool.
Making movies and all that kind of stuff. Just enjoying his life. So,
mm-hmm.
I don't blame him at all. What do
you
think, King?
I think he's probably the first official guy who I know who says, "Fuck Caw, I'ma do movies." That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna make real content now, guys. Sorry.
You know, that's pretty cool. Like, all right,
yeah,
the person.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
It wasn't mad at him at all about that. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we did all this lead up to Collision, all these road to Collision episodes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We had Team WZW, which was originally supposed to be me, Dave England, Trevor Wolf, and DJ Black.
Okay.
Which is such a disgusting team. Now that I think about it, not in a good way. Trying to find what Team Dynasty was.
Who would you be your team's WZW now if you were to do a team? Like a Survivor Series team like Team WZW?
I'd probably have to go CZB, Trey Mercer. I'd probably throw in Carter Young.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many names. I want to go TJ Streets, I feel like, in there.
Yeah.
We don't got a lot of big, meaty men in there except Trey, but I feel like that's kind of like my four main guys. I would say Crom, but he's a trader who loves EMW.
Yeah.
So, whatever. You can have them. Yeah, I found the Dynasty team. It's supposed to be Lennon Walsh, Matt Short, R-Dub, and Taja G.
Oh, Matt Short was a thing already? This is what,
2021? Yeah, he was in Dynasty. Yeah, this is 2022 now.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Somehow we jumped from 2021 to 2022.
That makes sense already. Because the wave of madness and everything was 2022. Because I came back during that time. So yeah.
He was in Dynasty, so he would have been a part of that team if that happened.
This is before he made Madness or something, probably, right?
I think it's around that time. Yeah.
Yeah. That Madness shit hit hard.
I don't watch Madness. I don't watch Call.
Like I saw the Madness. Like I heard about Madness. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because I saw it on, again, recommendations and shit. And I saw the famous, like, uppercut spot where he was just uppercutting, and, like, blood came out. And I'm just like, what is this?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, that was a famous clip that was going around. And it got a lot of buzz, because I think Twitter also had it, too. I think he made a Twitter. And this was just getting shared, retweeted like crazy. And I'm like, this is about to go viral.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out because Chris was good friends with Matt, so I got to see like early stuff when Madness first came out. But I don't know. I don't really watch call shows if it's not like people I know or like talk to often. Like,
there's too many. There's too many. I gotta admit, there is too. During that time period of 2022, of course, there was too many shows. Then you only watch as your friend shows. As for me, I only saw whatever was viral, whatever was the talk. And I was okay. Let me watch it. Especially HLR. Right. I got a lot there. There was like an HLR wave that happened, you know, because people started getting better in 2K19 HLR because you can't do shit on 20. So I'm gonna learn this shit. And
exactly. Yeah, we came in during that wave. Somehow we're still here, doing our thing. I'm trying to remember the Collision timeline. We announced that, and then fast forward to December 2022. Damn near 2023 now. We're still talking about Collision. We make it EMW because I hit up Sean. He told the whole story. I hit him up. I was like, yo, you want to do Collision? Because we had teased like EMW, CW before.
It was all because of that anime intro that you did. And you didn't have Crom for like 7 seconds.
I mean, he was in it. I don't know why.
So I want to talk about. I want to talk about your anime intro because clearly you put in a lot of work into that intro.
Do I? I feel like they're pretty simple.
That was actually pretty good. What made it anime? Like what? Were you always an anime fan?
I guess I don't know. I wouldn't say always an anime fan. I probably started watching anime again back in high school.
Okay.
I graduated 2016, so like around that time.
You graduated high school in 2016? I graduated in 2003. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm old.
That's ridiculous.
I am old. I admit this. I am a fucking elder.
People call me old.
You sound old.
I'm 24.
Yeah.
I'm 40. Whatever. So yeah, I like anime, I guess. I watch the animes. I like the anime songs. So I'm like, why not just put in a wrestling video? Everybody's always got like rock and shit.
That is true.
I'm gonna do
everybody love that new metal, so yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, you know what, I'm watching anime intros. I'm like, oh, what if these are like wrestlers? They were doing spots and shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I did that. I was like, it'll be a fun, creative way to have an intro and not have it be like the usual just rock and people doing their entrances and all that. I like to go into HLR and actually have them walking around staring at each other and shit like that. So that's why I've been doing that. And that one that Crom's talking about, he's pretty heavily featured. So that was pretty bogus. So he was right. He explained the whole thing like, oh, you're not paying me my dues, shit like that. And we originally were gonna do me and Crom anyway.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with BMW ZW.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, oh, he's a part of BMW, so that makes sense. So we're just gonna do it that way.
When did you discover EMW?
I have no idea.
Did they hit you up?
Tell you.
Did homie hit you up?
I don't even know. I feel like we just magically one day we're just friends.
Oh, okay, that's.
I think I might have like watched one of his shows. I'm like, this shit's pretty good. And I just followed him. Mm-hmm. And then I guess we just randomly DM'd.
When did you discover me?
I feel like pretty early.
Was it because it was the match between me and Alex, or the match between me and Carter?
Like you and
I did me and Alex because Gates brought me into the community, and I wanted to come back to COD because I saw a lack of natural good baby faces. I remember I tweeted something saying there's not really many good baby faces in the community.
That's still the case.
So that's when I came back, and originally I was supposed to come back and face an indie wrestler, but I guess Alex took that spot. So I was cool with Alex, you know. So boom.
Right. Then
I was like, okay, I wanna have a match with somebody who do I not know, but it's pretty well known. So I saw Carter, and he was, you know, pretty well known in the community. So I had a match with Carter. So I figured maybe that's how you discovered me or some shit.
When was that Carter? I feel like it was before that Carter match for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So it must have been the Alex Haas match then. So. Yeah.
I don't remember that match though.
Yeah.
Haas. When was this? What year was that?
Let's see, because this is I'll let you know.
Is it on the YouTube channel? Because I'm scrolling.
Oh yeah. X versus Alex Haas. 1 year ago. Holy shit, Jesus Christ! It was a year ago.
I feel like it was over a year ago. I remember seeing you.
Where does it fucking tell? June 19th, 2022. Yeah.
This had to be before that. There's no way.
Yeah, it had June 19th, 2022. Yeah.
You have a video in here like Gabriel Gates coming to Xtreme Virtual Pro Wrestling. I remember that video.
Oh, that was 2 years ago. Yeah, yeah, everybody told me about it. Gates told me that like, yo, this shit's video getting fucking like mad hits. I'm like, what? Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw he was doing like in real life stuff. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then I saw the channel. So I think that was the introduction there.
Yeah. You probably knew about XVPW. But you probably didn't know about like X till later on.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because
and then I think probably the match with Alex, yeah.
Yeah.
Then eventually you were just everywhere.
Yeah, I was addicted. I was like, oh, I'm back in CAW. Oh shit, I want to get signed. I want to get signed to other promotions and show my shit.
I've never had that itch.
Yeah, that was me, man.
I never wanted to just record myself everywhere. That's hell no.
So
I don't know how you do it.
So I'm pretty sure we got caught up pretty well. We have,
I guess.
Yeah, so you got 30 more minutes and shit. What do you want to talk about?
You can talk about that post you put up today.
Okay. Man, all right. This shit's about to catch wildfire.
I gotta find the DM.
All right, so guys, I guess me and Wade caught up. You know, we told our good old war stories and all that shit. So I made a post not too long ago, legit, probably an hour ago, and I guess with my knowledge of the community and all that stuff, and with Wade's knowledge of the community, I guess you could say that we somewhat know what we're talking about or been experienced in this community. So I made a post saying that I think. So all right, so I'll tell you the origin of this post. I see people get a lot of slack or like a lot of criticism and critiques of saying that, y'all put your shows out too long, or like when's this so and so WZ? I'm gonna use Warzone as an example. When is Warzone gonna pop out a show, or like y'all been slacking on your shows and all that stuff. Y'all haven't put out a show in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and all that shit. Meanwhile, it's coming from the person who's speaking about it is from an EFED promotion.
Got him.
So in my head, I'm like, you know what? I heard this on the live. I'm not gonna comment, you know, and all that shit, because who am I, right? But I feel people should probably educate themselves, you know. So I made this post, right? I think we need to stop comparing different categories of COD because they are different, right? EFED, the type of shows are more consistent on publishing and premiering content, 1 week to bi-weekly shows due to they don't do pure HLR matches, right? Karan can probably back me up in this because he's in a lot of EFED promotions and also in HLR promotions, you know? So Karan can probably back me up in that. Example, they can just sit and watch the AIs go at each other and just capture the footage. Right? You know, like, you know, you can just capture the footage. It's less time consuming. So all the producer has to do is worry about the graphics and the commentary. Graphics meaning, you know, put your watermark here, put your match card here, you know, all that stuff. And HLR, player and player, you know, because you're legit using 2 controllers. You know, I do, as you can see, my setup. You do 2 controllers, possibly even 3 controllers and whatnot. And these type of shows are not so consistent, meaning premiering content bi-monthly or more due to match producing by the producers or the production. Saraf, Cardinals, CWT, Wade, you know, you have other producers putting matches on shows. So, of course, you have to wait, you know, unless you do it all by yourself. Like, that's shit.
Unless we all become HLR companies, and then every week we got a new show.
You know? So, yeah, and Lord knows, and, you know, Saraf can probably back me up in this, or especially Levi Connors, Phoenix, and all that stuff. CZB. CZB does not own a promotion, but he does his own matches, and, you know, he goes to different you know, you need a match, you know. For me, as X, I stopped working on XVPW because I was booked all over the place. HLR for you. Here, you get an HLR. I was like Oprah Winfrey. You get an HLR. You get an HNR. You get an HLR. Because I was so cracked as X popping out content. So back to the post. It's time consuming, and depending on the match itself, it could take weeks to complete, and that's just one match. So imagine just one individual doing that match, a whole entire show, and the match cards has 5 matches in it. Like, it's very time consuming, and, you know, one-on-ones, they're pretty easy to produce if you're really good at HLR. Tag team, triple threat, a special ladder match, you know, it's time consuming. So long story short, EFED is more episodic and TV, while HLR is more of like a pay-per-view / movie. And apparently, I'm getting a lot of heat for it because you know, this is my first time speaking out, right? So I'm getting a lot of heat for it because apparently EFED is the new trigger word that people get mad about because they don't want to be categorized as an EFED or as a specific category. Now, and I wanted to put more into this, but I don't like typing a lot. So I'm going to voice it out now. WWE is a televised product with televised wrestling, meaning that and try to more educate yourselves on this, because I will speak a lot about this now since I have, I guess, the mic. Televised television wrestling is a thing. You're constructing a match for televised product because commercials won through. So there are times where certain spots are, you know, televised for that market. Hey, we're about to go on a commercial break, continue with the match, but start on a hold or something to prolong something, you know. Pay-per-view matches are totally different because why? There's no commercials running through them. So you can tell a really full-on match. Example, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, that famous WrestleMania match. That was not a televised match, you know. AEW's televised is a televised wrestling style match. Yes, now I'm not talking about the wrestling style. No, they are wrestling through television because there's spots and all that shit that they're doing. Now, New Japan is not a televised product. You know, there's wrestling styles of that style, you know. So now you can talk about the indie style. You can talk about the death match style of wrestling, indie matches, death matches, you know, because there's no commercial breaks and whatever. So you're legit watching it, you know. Now, example again. I I'm losing my train of thought, but whatever. You know, there's different styles of wrestling. So why why can't we have that in CAW? HLR style, HLR production. Then there's the EFED style of production, meaning you're just share button, edit, capture footage, and why? Why? Because you want a consistent product. You want to be consistent and all that shit. HLR takes a while to do, you know, because you're waiting for the... Because when you're watching an HLR, everybody's like, oh shit, boom, you're in it. Sometimes people just watch... If you want to be a good streamer and you want that consistent product, you want to build your community, EFED is probably the way to go, because I watch a lot of EFED streamers do this shit. You know, they're just streaming WWE2K and all that stuff. But don't, in my head, like, learn the difference before you talk shit. Educate yourself before you talk shit. I know you're trying to stand out, be different. You know, we're trying to be original. Here I am, when I made XVPW, I thought I was fucking different. I thought I stood out. No, I learned that there's other people in this community who've been doing this before me. You know, I'm not trying to be ignorant and shit like that. I just want to educate people, because that's the reason why I'm doing this damn podcast right now. I want to interview people who learned this shit, you know. So that's the only reason. And I'm seeing, you know, people like Angry New Yorker, Assire, thinking that I'm being divisive. I saw so many fucking posts about this shit, you know. And
I got a DM from Assire.
Yeah.
As well. Beautiful speech, by the way.
So tell me, Wade, what happened?
I messaged DWF and Assire.
Mm-hmm.
I like to reach out, you know, cover all grounds.
Yeah.
I like to say I'm in the middle of stuff. So I messaged Assire. I'm just like, whatever you need me to preach to this live tonight, let me know.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Assire like outside of like call, just like we were playing. He was on that poker stream we did.
Mm-hmm.
Cool guy, funny guy. Telling me about the story of how you guys met up and all that.
That's
that was
cool.
Really funny.
I like to hear what his story he told. And
that's a whole different life.
Yeah.
All right. So what he said, I'll read it verbatim too.
Yeah.
We'll see your thoughts on it. We'll see my thoughts on it.
Okay.
I get what he's saying, but he said, bet, bro. Just let these guys know that they shouldn't try to hate or divide the community because their activity rate or because of the things that they quote unquote or that they want to classify as certain things. If we aren't getting paid to do this, all of these rules are imaginary, they shouldn't be trying to enforce that on the community. Any thoughts?
Why is everything about money for him? It's all about money. So fun fact,
because
guys,
you can't spell simulation without moolah.
So I pay my roster. In XVPW you get paid. Zipangu pays people to make his matches.
That guy is paying ass. I don't know.
He's paying a lot. He reached out to me, and I'm like, bro, if my PlayStation was not fucked up, I would love to do a match. He reached out to me a couple of times and whatnot. So yeah, you do get paid.
Yeah, he's got me doing 2 matches.
You paid me in WZW,
yes,
but it was more like I accept it as a donation. More of like I told you no, don't pay me. But I was like, okay,
time is money.
Yeah. So
especially when we're older.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta respect the time.
So Assire, if you're watching this, or I'm pretty sure Angry Nork is gonna watch this, you do get paid in CAW, you know.
But I see what he's saying. Not everybody gets paid.
Yeah.
Like I don't get paid to make this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I get paid sometimes for other people's shows. Yeah. They're like, hey, can you do this match in sound for me?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna take that's gonna take a long time. So they give you a little.
Do you like doing sound?
$20.
Do you like doing sound?
I hate doing sound.
I love it.
Doing sound.
I love it.
Crazy.
You know what's funny? Because I never did sound before. I started late 2022 and 2023. I started doing sound. Cause I want to.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I love it.
How?
I love it.
I've started at this point in my life. I don't even want to do sound anymore. I'll do sound on a short match if I have to.
Yeah.
I'm sending that shit to someone like Dan Green if I need it done, and I'll swing him like $5-10 if he wants it. It's like, here, please. I'd rather give you this money so I can enjoy those hours that I would have to sacrifice doing anything else.
But yeah, it's more of like it's just education. You know, would you compare WWE to New Japan Pro Wrestling? It's hard to even to put the two together because they're so different. You know,
they be wrestling.
Like I can compare like WWE to AEW, you know, because they're both televised productions, and their styles, the wrestling styles are different, you know. But I compare it like, yeah, I like WWE style more, you know, they're more story based and shit like that. They're wrestling the same, but you know, televised, boom. But I can never compare Warzone wrestling to XECW because one uses Michael Cole. One it's another famous EFED and whatnot that's getting a lot of buzz, and they still use Michael Cole commentary.
Nice.
You know, or
if it ain't broke.
I can never compare WWA, right, to DWF. Why? Because one is pure HLR, so I can never compare the matches. Can you say, damn, that EFED match was great, to, wow, X, that match was between Trom and Trey Mercer. Fantastic. Oh, God, like, you cannot compare
I don't know how people sit down and watch, like, pure EFED. Like,
yeah. I go for EFED to, you know, I'll watch my match, but then it's all about the segments. You know,
that's what I'm thinking of when it comes to like EFED companies. I feel like people who are watching that are watching for their character, and then they're kind of tuning out after that. There's no way you're sitting there unless it's something like a DWF. Because I've watched a couple of DWF shows. He adds those moments, those cutscenes,
he moments. And to be honest, guys, in that post, I'm not even disrespecting those content creators. I'm not. If you look at the post itself, it's like I'm telling people stop comparing the two. Just don't. It's not. If you want to compare EFED show to EFED show, DWF, MWF, WCW now. That's the new thing. That's the new wave that's happening. You know, it's.
How are they getting away with that name?
Yeah, there's different. There's a reason why people message me, yo, can you teach me how to HLR? Of course, I would love to teach you how to HLR. You know, because I understand people are watching HLR because it's something that people want to master and get good at because they're watching an HLR match. Oh, what's that? They're watching a full HLR show. Oh, what's this? I want to leave this so-and-so EFED promotion to join this. Or how can I get my call in that? Because that's dope. Because for us, we're taking the time, the creativity, the learning how to do a fucking match to put it together. So there is a difference. You cannot compare. Both are not the same at all. Like,
I kind of talked about that with DW. I'm going to read our DMs. I asked him permission to read them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mighty fine.
Yeah.
So when I said to him, I said, brother DWF. I hit him with a brother.
I realized that Brother X.
Brother X.
They still call Angry Norker Cousin James.
I don't know why I do it. That's Cousin James. He's not Brother James. He's Cousin James. So it says that Brother DWF, I've produced shows because I replied to a story which said, before I get to that, said, honestly, I know the word of DWF. My bad for getting heated for a second, y'all. Don't worry. I'm back. P.S. Killshot coming soon. Make sure to watch Killshot, guys.
Yeah. Watch Killshot, DWF, guys. Consistent product, all that stuff. Yeah.
Jack, he's been doing really good, especially for being newish.
Yeah.
He's in like that nice golden era of like he's producing a lot of shit. It's a lot of good shit. Like I was saying to him, brother DWF, I produce shows the exact way you do now. It may be a mix, but in my opinion, and I'm sure, what did I say? I'm sure of a good amount of others, that's EFED. Like I see what he does is EFED, and then he adds those moments. And there's nothing wrong with that. That makes it a lot more entertaining than just EFED. Then I said, there's literally nothing wrong with that either. You're killing it regardless. Don't let the labels defy you. He said, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you for reaching out. You know, I respect the hell out of you. You know, because I'm just such a nice guy, guys.
Yeah, you're great.
So I respect the hell out of you and what you do, man.
Yeah.
That's a great way of looking at it, too. I said, don't ever feel pressure to do full HLR either. I don't recommend that shit to anybody.
Yeah.
I said, you got a great thing going on. Only change when you want to change, assuming you even want to. But thanks, bro. Means a lot, especially being new to call and just wanting to be taken seriously. I know I took it too personal, and that's on me. But I really do appreciate the words of wisdom, man.
Yeah.
shit like this gets talked about every couple months. It really does. It's always the same shit. I said you'll get used to people trying to downplay you, no matter how big you get. Just always got to remember you're doing that shit for fun and for the joy of seeing others enjoy your work.
Of course.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's just I think he took it personal when he said he's EFED. I'm just like, but what's wrong with that? You know?
Yeah, some people, because I guess the way he does it, when you say EFED, everybody assumes AI, blah blah blah, match. No real stories going on, no nothing like that. And he takes the time out of his day to add like these nice crazy promo segments.
Mm-hmm.
The commentary is always great.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like the HLR moments. Like he had the Rumble recently.
Yeah.
I think was that like full or foolish HLR?
No, he's just like I don't know.
It was like a mix, right?
What was the comment section? I was like, you did not use. He only used one controller. So the other
Trey
guys
Mercer, by the way, because this controller, I'm gonna debunk your controller thing here. Trey Mercer recorded a lot of his early WCW matches with one controller.
Yeah.
Like him versus Crom, the first one, that was one controller.
That's great.
He's insane for that. I don't know how he does it. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, I could have.
But apparently, and again, like I'm telling you guys, is like I'm not. If I insulted, if you felt offended by that post, just please read it carefully, because I am not gonna say sorry for what I said. It's more like just stop comparing two different shows, because they're totally different. And
I think people's problems are when you try and divide it like that. They're like, oh, we're all the same. You're only dividing it because you think you're better and that kind of stuff. And it's like, obviously HLRs overall for wrestling is going to be the better thing, but you can't have HLR without EFED.
No, and you can't.
We would be in desert areas, nothing going on for months. Only HLR. We need EFED kind of shows like DWF to come out and drop shit like that almost every other week.
It's like legit. They keep the shit consistent, and we're the movies that, okay, boom, like, hey, check out this shit. Okay, we just finished watching WCW Asgard. Back, let's watch whatever consistent shows popping off on the EFED scene. That's
what
cool.
I'm saying. And they have like their own great stories. They build a lot of names. Like CZ was talking about, he came from EFED, I came from EFED, Crom came from EFED.
XVPW started as EFED.
Exactly. We were EFED.
There's nothing wrong. I'm just telling people, stop comparing the two, because they're so different. You know, you're not, if HLR, we're controlling the story, the pacing, the moves, the combination of moves. What else do we do in HLR, bro? Like, we're using the best call. We're using your call as the best call possible to tell this match.
Exactly.
You cannot do that in an EFED match at all. At all, because the AI or the player, you're not picking your angles. Everything is the same. You know, maybe you're doing HLR implements, but that's about it. You know, HLR tells the better match story.
Yeah,
what's a really dope EFED right now? Coalition, SWS, where the promotion that Trey's in. Yeah. All their shows are EFED till their pay-per-view show, which is full HLR.
Yeah, I know. I think BWF does that, like Showcase Studios, Mr. Lionel Sue.
Yeah,
he does that too.
Yeah.
Maybe like one match on the card will be HLR, but it depends what it is.
Yeah, man.
But
like I said, I'm not disrespecting EFED at all. It's just stop comparing. I will repeat that. You know. But
I get it. I see both sides. You know, I see people don't like the label of like, oh, you're
I get it.
Better.
I was like that when I first started. I'm a different show. I have realistic promos, live promos. I don't fuck that EFED shit. I'm not EFED. XVPW is the extreme alternative till I learned something new. Like, if I could take back my past like that, I wouldn't have been ignorant. You know, because I lost a lot of good people and subscribers due to that. You know, because I was a cocky, ignorant prick. I was the Paul Heyman of the shit. You know, that's WWE, that's WCW. We're not the same. Y'all use cartoonic wrestlers. Y'all stole the attitude shift from us and all that stuff. Like, yeah, man.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done 2K20 if I could go back. That was my biggest regret.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, like legit educate yourselves, date back, you know. I understand people want to be different, and you know, there is a difference between specific shows, you know. The NWF, they show their fucking commercials for entertaining purposes. DWF.
Oh, my NWF, if you're here, I got a bone to pick with you. I hate your commercials. I don't think any of them are funny. Maybe I'm old. I hate it.
Yeah, man. DWF, they have cool segments. You know, it's all about the segments and shit like that, you know?
Yeah. People tune in for, if they're not tuning in to watch themselves, they're tuning in for those segments, the story, that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to sit there and watch two AIs fight that neither of them are mine.
And to be honest, you will probably never hear a talk and a debate of what you hear in in the HLR community. Name top 5 CZB matches. I'm pretty sure none of them is gonna mention his EFED run.
Yeah, I'm going CZB Leon Matoda.
You know, like, can you name top 5 Quran Cook matches on an EFED? You know, will people stand that out? You know, people can probably name X matches from HLR side. What are top 3 ex-HLR matches? Carter Young, Alex Haas, Trey Mercer possibly, a Victor Wolf, a David Root, I don't know. You know, people will probably mention Trey Mercer matches and all that stuff. But will you hear it on EFED side of a conversation? Probably not. You know, and that, I'm just being brutally honest.
I don't know, there's some crazy people out there who really like their EFED matches. So you might find one or two.
Man, that AI was popping, bro.
Yeah.
Don't say that. My 100 level overall is gonna beat this 100 level overall. I don't know. They could probably say in the comp scene. I don't know.
I'm watching comp over EFED.
Yeah. How does your sliders work, bro? Like, was that top? You know, did you automatically fix the sliders to make the AI versus AI pop in? I don't know. I don't know the shit behind it.
That's past me. I'll never want to know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dissect the Sire's message so we can meet in the middle.
It's probably money. That guy loves.
We don't want no hate or division. You can't spell simulation without Mula. We know that. There's money to be made in the HLR scene if you're good. Not a lot, but it's better than nothing. So, technically, there's money. There's no hate or divide. I personally think. I don't don't care what other people think. No, that's how I feel.
I speak out. I don't hate. You know, this is a good example of why I don't speak a lot. You know, I will try to educate, but giving my opinion and shit like that is like, you know. I post this. Apparently, EFED is the new trigger word in the community. You know.
That was bad.
But hey, bro, I've been doing this for years. I seen it. I experienced it. You know, I'm not here disrespecting people at all. It's just, hey, bro, if wrestling has different categories, apparently in CAW there are different categories because it's wrestling, bro. Would you say that every match is the same? You know, in EFED, can you do catch shoot wrestling, pure catch shoot wrestling? Can you do pure high flying matches? Can you tell a good technical match in EFED?
I can't even do that in HLR, so.
You know, it's not the same. It's not.
There you go. You've heard it here first.
There you go.
We solved racism. Thank you.
Yeah, man. But anything else you want to talk about? I mean, it's 8:30, bro.
My girlfriend is gonna be home soon, unfortunately.
Yeah, man.
I didn't do a single thing in the house.
Any plugins you want to plug in? Now's your chance, bro.
I got nothing going on. I don't know what else is going on here. I think some Twitter page is gonna be reviewing me versus Lionel Sua.
Oh.
Or that whole entire BWF show, so check that out maybe. I don't know. I think it comes out tomorrow. Asgard's being worked on. Maybe, kind of. We've got like 2-3 matches done.
Yeah.
I got so much shit I got to do on that. I don't want to. That's why it takes so long. It's not because it takes long to produce, because I don't want to.
Yeah. Procrastination is a bitch. It is a bitch in this HLR community, bro.
I come home from work, I gotta unwind, relax. I got friends who play games that aren't wrestling related. I gotta do that.
I have not touched the last game I played on a PlayStation that was not WWE2K23 or 20, no, fuck 20, or 19 or 2022. Was the Division. I used to be dope. I used to be dope in Tekken. I probably still am pretty good in Tekken. You know.
I'll see you in Tekken.
Yeah.
As everybody here knows, I'm the fighting guy on call. Nobody can ever see me in any fighting game that exists.
Yeah, I'm good in Tekken. I'm pretty good in Division. You know, if it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, like tabletop, I'm pretty.
You know that one.
You won. Hey, I'll admit, you won.
Thank you.
You won. But yeah, like, I'm pretty. It's like, yeah. Like, but I've been caught up on this because I love this shit.
I can't. I don't know how you do it. I don't love it as much as you. I like it. I'll come in from time to time. I'll probably spend like a day out of a week working on something call related. I just don't.
Do you still watch wrestling? All right, you know what? Now I gotta ask you. Do you still watch wrestling?
I do. I've been watching a lot of AEW.
Okay.
Recently, I try because I got YouTube TV now. I split it with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And I try and tune into AEW shows when I can.
Okay.
I'll try and watch it Raw. Just 3 hours. It's ridiculous.
That's
so many things I want to do.
I don't want to say I watch it, but that's just background noise because so this is how I do HLR is I have to put wrestling on the TV. I have to.
Yeah, I've been doing that too now.
Like I have to
show on the side.
Yo, during the COVID run, bro, to get these XVPW pure HLR shits out, I had Ring of Honor on YouTube and I just play a whole entire playlist and I'm there like crack, bro, just HLR, you know, and that was me during my.
I'll do that, and then 10 minutes later, I'm just staring at the match because I'm not worried about what I was doing anymore.
Yeah. So my HLR stuff is happening on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and possibly Tuesdays, but at night though because I work during the day, you know. So,
I work in the day, and then when I'm home, I have a girlfriend. Unfortunately, she's here a lot of the times.
Like right after this, best believe I have to complete this fucking match or some shit or this segment that me and the guys film and all that.
After this, I'm doing my laundry, taking a shower. Yeah. I'm probably gonna.
I gotta do groceries.
I've been trying to read a comic.
Yeah. It's thanks to my dog that I take time like break times and all that shit. You know.
Oh man.
But yeah.
I got cats, so I'm gonna worry about that.
Oh, you're a cat person?
We got like 4 cats in the house right now.
Why the fuck do you have 4? How many litter boxes do you have around the house, bro?
Just 2.
2? All right.
Yeah.
I respect that. I'm a veterinary technician, so I would say, oh, here you go. Oh wait, you came to my clinic. All right, how's that? Yeah. What's your first cat's name?
Soy.
Soy. So how's Soy be eating? Eating fine, drinking fine at home?
No.
Any urine, diarrhea, vomiting, sneezing, coughing problems that you have?
I've been throwing up a lot.
No, oh, throwing up. Okay, write it down. You know, how often does Soy throw up?
Once a week.
Does Soy play with her toys or anything? Is there like, you know, does she swallow that or possibly just hairballs?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
She's throwing up this food. I know what it is. We got new food.
Oh, yeah, new food.
Play Elden Ring. I platinumed Elden Ring first of all, Mr. Rockhard. So don't tell me to play Elden Ring.
Yeah, but that's my life, bro. During my I'm a veterinary technician at day, and I am a call wrestler at night.
Oh gosh.
I'm a call producer, or a WWE2K production producer director. You know
what the problem is?
They can't spell simulation without moolah? Or no? Okay.
Dating. No time. You don't have time for anything.
All right,
That's
dude.
Unfortunately how it is. But yeah, she's going to be here soon. I don't want her to laugh at me. Got to wrap it up. No Q&A.
No Q&A. Fuck that. You can do that on his fucking DMs.
Yeah, if you want to ask me questions, DM me. I probably won't respond to most of them. but I'll respond to the ones I think are good.
Yeah, man. All right, dude. Well, till next year, maybe.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Our yearly interview.
Peace.
Peace out, man. Love you. Ooh.